instinct, the kind of drum major instinct, a desire to be out front, the desire to be first. We all want to be important, to surpass others, to achieve distinction, to lead the parade.
On a beautiful 68-degree night in Southern California, we welcome you to Staples Center for Game 3 of our Martin Luther King Day triple header. And the NBA on TNT is presented by the United States Marine Corps. Tonight, it is a dream matchup. Two of the best teams in the NBA featuring two of the best players in the NBA. LeBron James and his Cleveland Cavaliers taking on Kobe Bryant and his Los Angeles Lakers, the first of two regular season meetings. And the Cavs have won the last 5 against the Lakers. Hi, everybody. I'm Marv Albert along with Doug Collins. We'll be joined in just a moment by Craig Sager. Both clubs on the floor ready to go. Let's take a look at the McDonald's starting lineups for the Cavaliers. Sasha Pavlovich will make his second start of the season, playing for the injured Delonte West. Anderson Varejao starting for Zydrunas Ilgauskas, recovering from a fractured ankle. And LeBron James coming off a bounce-back performance in the win over the Hornets. For the Lakers, Derek Fisher, Kobe Bryant. In the backcourt, Andrew Bynum at center, Pau Gasol, and Vladimir Radmanovic are at the forwards. And in talking earlier with Phil Jackson, Doug, he told us that Kobe requested to match up with LeBron. Now, Phil did not want Kobe to get into early foul trouble, but he said he will let Kobe have a shot at it early on. LeBron comes in averaging just under 28 a game, second in scoring behind Dwayne Wade. Kobe in the number 3 slot, 27 a game. Lakers 31-8, best record in the West. They've lost their last 2 at San Antonio and then here at home to Orlando. The Cavs 31-7. They've won 11 of the last 14, and they have the best record in the NBA, Doug, in terms of percentage, although the Magic at 33-8, a half game in front.
Well, Marv, this is going to be an interesting game with a lot of different aspects. But when you talked about the matchups, LeBron will guard Kobe in the fourth quarter if that game is in the game is in the balance. And one of the things about Kobe, his mentality is, I don't want to go on LeBron late if he has it going. I would rather start on him and try to keep him quiet early in the game rather than switch over him later. Now, the one thing about it is, if he gets an early foul, they'll switch over and they'll put Vladimir Radmanovic on him because they can't afford to get Kobe in foul trouble. And one of the things about that LeBron has done the last 2 times these teams have played, he's averaged 17 free throw attempts, so you've got to keep him off the foul line.
The officiating crew, David Jones with Mark Wunderlich and Derek Collins. The Lakers 20-3 here at Staples. The 3 home losses to Detroit, New Orleans, and Orlando. At one point they won 15 in a row here at home. And their last game this past Friday night here in LA, they lost to the Magic. Dwight Howard, 25 points, 20 rebounds in that game. Jamil Nelson lighting it up for 28 points, along with 8 assists. Kobe had a triple-double, although he missed 8 of his last 9 shot attempts.
Well, it's going to be interesting, the tempo of this game. Phil Jackson wants to get Cleveland in the half court. If you allow LeBron to get in that open court, he is a nightmare. So they like to get in the half court, keep them in the half court. And the Lakers would like to push this tempo as much as they possibly can and get out and get some easy baskets against this tough Cleveland defense.
Pavlovich opening up against Bryant. Shot clock down to 7. Here is Fisher.
The Lakers lead the league in second chance points, over 15 a game. When we talked to Mike Brown, he said we must defensive rebound. First possession of the game, Pau Gasol, an easy score.
And Wallace making it back from a bout with the flu. Missed a couple of games. Pavlovich looking for the screen, but Gasol jumped out. Shot clock down to 5. Here's Pavlovich with that high dribble. Varejao, yes.
Well, his game is back this year. He really struggled last year, had a contract holdout, was injured, missed games, and he's in a great rhythm and playing very well, and they love his activity when he's coming off that bench and Zydrunas Ilgauskas is starting.
See Bynum feeling for Varejao. Gets inside. And rebounded by LeBron. And as you can see, Kobe opening up on LeBron. Varejao trying to set the screen. Nice pass. Varejao, too strong. He was looking for contact. The save, but Ivanovic lost it. We are just underway here in LA.
Kobe hurt his hand.
Williams rimming out. Kobe Bryant standing off to the near side. Pavlovic for three. Rebounded by Wallace.
Why didn't somebody take a foul here so Kobe could get off the floor?
They're going 4 on 5.
I mean, they should have taken a foul and gotten him off the floor. Now they're going to have to use a 20-second timeout. Use the foul, get him off the floor, and save your 20-second timeout.
Athletic trainer Gary Vitti over to check out Kobe Bryant.
Wait, you don't like to jump at anything, but normally something like that, you worry about a dislocation. You know, normally the way Kobe was holding that hand. Now remember, he had that injury to his ring finger last year. He did right before the All-Star game, chose not to have any kind of surgery. But let's see what happens here as Kobe looks like he puts his hand on the hip. And there, I don't know if he was jammed it on his body, but he's in obvious pain. Right there when he went for the basketball, you could see Kobe reach back and hold that hand. And again, there he is asking for help. And when Kobe does that, he's not one of these guys that's a lot on drama. He's not going to come out of a game like this. And you see the tape going on the finger here by Gary Vitti.
And apparently Kobe wants to remain on the floor, looking over at Phil Jackson. No indication of a substitution.
We see Dr. Lombardo there, one of the team doctors for the Los Angeles Lakers, and this is a little bit of the head-to-head competition. You can see, surprisingly, 6 of 9 won by LeBron.
And LeBron averaging better than 28 a game, and Kobe says, I will hang in, and just shakes it off. Gary Vitti working his magic.
One of those things that'll hurt real badly tomorrow.
That was an attempted pass, and it's called offensive interference.
With the adrenaline going tonight, Marv, in a game like this with Kobe, I mean, he'll be able to play through it. Tomorrow is where he's going to feel this, but this is Bynum. This is what he's very good at, guiding that ball into the basket. This one was in the cylinder before he was able to get to it.
Mo Williams. Wallace with the tip.
4 offensive rebounds already early in this game for Cleveland. Lakers have got to do a much better job. You cannot give up multiple shots.
Varejao with the wide open attempt. Back tap. Wallace able to slap it to Pavlovic.
Now, Phil Jackson cannot be happy about that.
Varejao.
Varejao's looking like Zydrunas Ilgauskas shooting that jump shot. That's what Z does so well for this team. If Varejao makes that shot, they're going to be very happy tonight.
Cleveland with 5 misses, but 5 offensive rebounds. And on the turnover, the ball back to the Cavaliers. Talking with Phil earlier, he said the key tonight for the Lakers, the offensive glass.
This Cleveland team was a great offensive rebounding team last year. They were best at second chance points. This year, they're shooting the ball so well, they're not having to do as well on the offensive boards.
And Ben Wallace has controlled the offensive boards for the Cavs. Reach-in foul is called as the attempt to knock it aside by Bryant leads to the foul. Let's go to Craig Sager. Craig.
Well, Marv, here's what happened to Kobe. He dislocated the ring finger on his shooting hand. Gary Vitti, the athletic trainer, popped it back into place. And Dr. Steven Lombardo, the team physician, said it was all right for him to go back in. So that's why it's in so much pain. His finger was dislocated.
It's like a cornerman in boxing checking with the ringside physician, saying, yeah, he's okay.
Yeah. Not my finger.
It is on the shooting hand. Bryant tried to get it on the hop to bite him. So a sloppy start here by the Lakers. They're down 6-2. 3 straight turnovers for LA.
And Cleveland is the #1 defensive team in the league, giving up 89 points a game and 41% field goals. So this is not an aberration. Cleveland is a great defensive team.
Bryant putting the move on Pavlovic. Rebounded by Varejao. Here's James. Slapped away by Bryant. And last touched by James.
That's where LeBron is a nightmare. When he gets that ball in the open court, I mean, this guy's 260-plus pounds. He's so strong and powerful. Great hands there by Kobe, and it did go off the leg of LeBron James.
Bynum getting position on Varejao. Strong move. Blocked from behind. Gasol. Rebound Gasol. They have the new clock. Fisher. Yes.
Cool Derek Fisher. As the Lakers have gotten off to a shaky start here, that was a big shot to knock that down, settle his team down a little bit. I feel the Lakers got a little bit of jitters here tonight, Marv. You can feel this a big game.
It looks like they have come out a little rattled. We are certainly just minutes in. And here is Williams. Yes.
He gives him that ability to create off the dribble. Really, last year, LeBron James was the only guy that could create off the dribble. This year, they have Mo Williams. A healthy Delonte West can do it.
And the foul is called, a blocking foul on Pavlovic. Sasha Pavlovic had not been getting much playing time. In fact, it averaged under 4 points a game coming into the ball game against the Hornets, where he started for the injured Delonte West and hit 7 of 10, 19 points. Oh, nice pass. Andrew Bynum has tied, actually brings the Lakers within 2.
You know, Pavlovic is so important to this team, Marv, because he can shoot the ball. He's a bigger guy, and he's a very underrated defender. They need him to play well, and last year, he did not play well after the holdup as Mo Williams misses a little 15-foot jump shot.
Gasol with the quick move on Wallace, and a foul. It is called on Wallace.
Now, Phil Jackson was talking to us before the game, and he was talking about Pau Gasol, and he said he is a really, really skilled player. And I think what they're wanting from him is a little more toughness. They felt like last year Boston just out-toughed them, and they're hoping that Gasol will be a little tougher this year and Bynum is back, and that will be the difference.
Radmanovic for 3. Vladimir coming off a strong game the other night in the loss to the Magic. A lot of dribbling here by LeBron James. Fires and hits from downtown.
See, after Kobe got his first foul, they've moved Radmanovic over, and you can see LeBron's eyes light up right now, feeling like he can take him at any time.
Gasol off a nice pass from Radmanovic.
Well, deep post position. Ben Wallace has got to get around in front of him because Ben Wallace is undersized in there, and Gasol with those long arms could finish over him very easily.
So the Cavaliers up by 3. Gasol 4 points, 4 rebounds. Pavlovic got the step. Oh, beautiful move. Went to the finesse after beating his man off the dribble.
Deceptively big and quick. Marv, he's an important part of this team.
Fisher for 3. And Williams able to chase it down. It's a Cleveland team that has been blowing out the opposition. They have 24. They have 31 wins by 10 or more points. And they're winning games by a 12-point differential. Yes, LeBron James on a turnaround.
Marv, he was going left and pirouetted and did a 360 or 180 back the other way to knock that shot down. A degree of difficulty was a 10 on that jump shot.
Radmanovic with a rainbow from downtown.
Well, that's why he's out there. He gives him shooting and spacing in the floor. With Kobe out there in a post game, you've got to have perimeter shooting.
Pavlovic wide open for 3.
A mix-up. See, what's happening is Pavlovic is guarding Kobe. And so there's a lot of cross-matching. And so the Lakers and Cleveland really have to talk to make sure they pick up their men in transition.
Fisher tried it off the dribble. Picked off by Wallace. Cavaliers have a 7-point lead as we come up on 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Here's James putting moves on Gasol. A wild shot kept alive by Wallace, and he lost it. Fisher fouled by Williams. And a timeout is taken. Cleveland off to the fast start. They've controlled the boards, particularly at the offensive end. 8 of 18 from the field. LeBron James opens up 2 of 4, 5 points. Back to Staples in a moment. Back at Staples Center in Los Angeles, the Cavaliers off to an 18-11 lead. Let's check out Doug's keys to tonight's game.
Well, contrasting styles, Marv. The Lakers lead the NBA in points at 107.6. Cleveland gives up the fewest, 89. Which style is going to prevail tonight? Who's going to get easy scores? Points in the paint. The Lakers the second best in the league, over 45 points a game. Points off turnovers. Both of these teams strike in the open floor. The century mark. Cleveland 19-0 when they score 100-plus points. The Lakers are 17-1 when they hold their opponents under 100. And the closer, it's back on TNT Monday. And here we have LeBron and Kobe. If this game is close, who's going to close the deal tonight?
Nice sliding in that subtle promo as Gasol hits on the short jump hook. Just under 4 minutes to play in this first quarter. J.J. Hickson and Daniel Gibson have come on for Mike Brown of the Cavaliers. Wally Szczerbiak getting set to check in. Bryant back on James. And Bryant actually got picked off, and James launched that three-point shot. Here's Radmanovic for Fisher. Played now by Gibson. Shot clock down to 6. Bynum. Strong move on Varejao. Varejao thought that Bynum should have been called for a foul.
I think for the Lakers to win this game, they have to dominate the paint. Gasol and Bynum have to do what they're doing here early. They're going to get the ball deep, and they got to finish.
Pavlovic. And it's the rookie, J.J. Hickson.
See what happens is when LeBron gets in the lane, it collapses your defense and it opens up offensive rebounds. We've seen that tonight 4 or 5 times now. He missed the shot, but somebody's able to clean it up.
J.J. Hickson out of North Carolina State getting more and more playing time. Nice move by Gasol, and he's fouled. Foul got the step and took the hit.
Foul number 55, Lorenzen Wright is first personal.
Foul on Lorenzen Wright, who had checked in a moment ago. Well, you have until midnight Eastern time tonight to help select this year's All-Star starters and be entered to win a trip to Phoenix for the 2009 NBA All-Star Game. You can log on to NBA.com to cast your vote. You can do it now and tune into TNT this Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern time for the results. A little less than an hour Eastern time. Pau Gasol able to get that rebound after having his difficulty up the line. Here's Bryant with the step. Odom. And rebounded by James.
They want him to be more offensive-minded. Phil Jackson said, we're force-feeding him now, making him be more offensive-minded, but I think they'd like to see him shoot more points or shots in the paint as this ball is stolen by Vujacic.
Vujacic all the way, rejected from behind by James. Vujacic for 3.
Now, Vujacic is so important to this team, Mark, because in the fourth quarter last year, he moved to the 2-guard. Kobe moved down to the small forward, gave him an extra shooter on the floor.
Bryant with the steal. Here comes Odom. Vujacic. Good hustle by Ariza. Kept it alive. And Bryant pulls it back against James. Gasol over Wright. Gasol. And the Lakers with a spark move within 2.
The first 2 Cleveland turnovers of the quarter allow the Lakers 5 straight points to get right back in this game.
3-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. LeBron trying to look away. Final seconds. Vujacic. Yes! Another 3 for Sasha Vujacic. Down to 2 seconds. Here's Gibson. Gets it off for 3. And that's the end of the first quarter. Fast start for the Cavaliers. Not the case for the Lakers. But the Lakers turn it around. They end this first quarter on a 14-6 run. One complete here at Staples. It's the Lakers by 2. Back in Los Angeles, the NBA on TNT is being presented by the United States Marine Corps. Moments ago, Craig Sager talked with Cleveland head coach Mike Brown.
Well, Coach, you controlled that first quarter until 3 turnovers there at the end led to 8 points. What broke down?
We just made some bad mistakes with the basketball. LeBron, he does a lot for us. He saw a couple of guys open. He just didn't make the right pass at the right time, and resulted in most of the 8 points the other way.
Kobe wants to guard LeBron. You want the cross matchup? Would you like to see LeBron guard Kobe at times?
He will. We don't chase lineups. We don't chase matchups. So, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. As long as we get the win somehow, some way.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Cavaliers head coach Mike Brown on his 4th season as the head coach of the Cavs. He's led Cleveland to at least 45 wins in each of his first 3 years, including a trip to the NBA Finals. Second quarter underway. Cavaliers ended the first with 3 straight turnovers. The Lakers scored the last 8 points of the quarter.
Umar, when you look at it, you say, well, you had 3 turnovers for the quarter. That was excellent. But you just said it. I mean, 8 points. We talked about it. These are teams that thrive off turnovers. The Lakers get over 19 points a game, as do Cleveland, points off turnovers. You must protect the basketball.
And here's Williams with the teardrop. Oh, Williams goes the lane. And the game is tied at 26. Kobe Bryant, LeBron James sitting out here at the start of the second. Bynum over Lorenzen Wright. Very strong baseline move by Andrew Bynum with 6 points.
I don't know, that ball got in the basket. It was such a flat shot.
Williams. Vujacic reaching for it, cannot get to it. Ariza does. Bynum again working on Wright. The tip missed by Ariza. Able to get back to it. Good hustle by Trevor Ariza.
Well, the energy plays right now going to the Lakers. Cleveland's got to clean up that defensive backboard.
Fisher and Vujacic in the backcourt. Odom, Bynum, Ariza up front. Vujacic for 3. That's his third.
The machine is back. The self-proclaimed machine.
Yes, he did give himself that nickname because of his excellent three-point shooting in practice sessions. And as a result, teammates would refer to him as the machine in a kidding manner. Odom for 3. And Serbiak with the save.
This Laker bench is so important. They're missing Jordan Farmar right now, who was a big part of this bench, who's been out with a knee injury.
This is Hickson. Mike Brown has liked the play of the rookie out of North Carolina State. First-round draft pick, led the ACC in shooting percentage in his 1 collegiate season.
Starting to get acclimated to the speed of the NBA game, playing every possession hard.
Marv Albert, Doug Collins, Craig Sager were at Staples in Los Angeles. Lakers with 4 on the shot clock. And Ariza with the pass that drifted away on the turnover. Cavaliers get it back.
See, Marvin, we talked about the Laker bench as well ago, and these guys, all their numbers are down. Vujacic has struggled with an injury. Odom coming off the bench this year had a knee bruise. Radmanovic has been in and out of the starting lineup. Luke Walton has had a foot injury. He struggled. The internal improvement last year of these players, along with Bynum, the addition of Fisher, is really where the Lakers made that huge jump last year. Marvite spoke about it with Farmar not playing now. Fisher's minutes are up. And what's happening is in the fourth quarter of games, he's getting worn down a little bit. They saw that just in the previous game against Jameer Nelson, who had 20 points in the second half and had all the critical shots in that fourth quarter when they came back and beat the Lakers here in the previous game.
Foul on Bynum, a blocking call. Second team foul on the Lakers. Wide open shot from Mo Williams from downtown. And what a pickup Mo Williams has been for the Cavaliers. The guy who had an eventful offseason. Cleveland acquired him from Milwaukee in that 3-team, 6-player trade. A couple of weeks later, as Bynum was able to knock him down again. 2 weeks after the trade, Mo Williams got married, tied the knot. Bynum is now 4 of 7, 8 points. And Lorenzen Wright off the mark and carries out of bounds. So the ball back to the Lakers. We are early, second quarter. The Lakers with a 33-31 lead on the Cavaliers. You're watching the NBA on TNT.
Obviously, a very special time for us in our history, and the significance of this day, and then to follow the significance of this day up with the historical event that's taking place tomorrow. It's a fun time to be an American citizen, I'll tell you.
And here in LA, this is game 3 of TNT's Martin Luther King Day triple header, and around the country today, Dr. King's life has been celebrated, and this on the eve of a remarkable day in world history, the inauguration of Barack Obama as President of the United States. Doug, I don't think the president will be shooting hoops tomorrow, although you never know, might get in a game of horse in the early morning hours.
Well, a lot of speculation. He might change that bowling alley in the White House to a basketball court. We'll have to see if Marv, maybe we can get and announce one of his pickup games if that happens.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too. I'm ready to go.
And here's Odom getting inside. It's blocked by Hickson. Mo Williams lost the dribble, able to recover as he's met by Vujicic. Wright gets inside. Bynum got a piece of it. Hustled down by Vujicic. He's been on fire. He's hit 3 from downtown. Odom off a nice pass from Vujicic.
Something happened with Mo Williams. He fell down. I don't know if he got tripped or what happened. And when he did, there was absolutely nobody in front of Lamar Odom, who goes in for the easy score off the transition game.
Lakers up 35-31. Williams with a rainbow. Rebounded by Odom. Fisher around Serbiak to the wild reverse. Bynum able to get to it and scores. Andrew Bynum off to a good start. 5 of 8, 10 points.
The Lakers' size right now has really bothered Cleveland. With no Zydrunas Ilgauskas, I mean, Bynum and Gasol so much bigger than the front line of Cleveland.
Another Cavalier turnover, and then a jump ball is called. Tie-up between Serbiak and Fisher. Zydrunas Ilgauskas recovering from that fractured left ankle. He has been cleared to begin his rehabilitation. Could return to practice very soon. We talked earlier about Delonte West Thursday night in Chicago. Broke his right wrist, suffered facial cuts in a collision. There's Delonte with Derrick Rose of the Bulls. LeBron James making his return. It's a 6-point Laker lead. And the jump ball between Serbiak and Fisher. The Cavaliers at 31-7. They've won 11 of the last 14. It's the best start in the history of the franchise. James now played by Ariza. Nice ball movement. Serbiak from downtown at the shot clock buzzer.
You space that floor, you got to be able to knock down threes, because LeBron James is going to create so many opportunities. He drives that ball in the paint, and people have to help you make the extra pass. That's that hockey assist. Get in the lane, make the extra pass against the rotating defender. Odom just cannot get there quickly enough, and Wally Szczerbiak, who's coming off a nice game the other night, he had 14 points off the bench against New Orleans.
Szczerbiak called on that foul. Here's Odom finding space. Rejected. Beautiful play by Varejao. Ariza got picked off. Serbiak. Nice move on Vujacic.
Wally just used his strength that time. He just overpowered Vujacic, who's the quicker man, but Wally just sort of used that crab dribble that LeBron likes and just took it down and got the easy score.
Are they teaching that now in the Cavalier practice? Odom on the recovery and an offensive foul.
See, Lamar Odom is trying to be very aggressive, Art. Remember Phil told us before the game we're going to start force-feeding him, and I've seen this before. It's not within his personality to be that offensive-minded. He's more of a flow kind of guy, and he's forced 2 or 3 shots here in this sequence.
Comes off 17 points, 9 rebounds in the game against Orlando. 17 points equaling a season high. His numbers have been down. Serbiak on the spin. Oh, what a move by Wally Serbiak.
How about LeBron was out of the game. It was 37-31. He's come in a 7-0 run. They've taken the lead once again. So it didn't take long for LeBron to assert his will on this game.
Here's Fisher for 3. Lakers back up. They have a 2-point lead. Wally Serbiak has scored the last 7 for the Cavaliers. Here's James twisting. Fisher pushes it. Odom on the move. Odom with the driving hook. The tip missed by Ariza. Rebounded by Varejao.
Ariza very active on that offensive board. That's twice he's had tip-ins. It looked like he came from nowhere. Just didn't get him to fall.
Williams from downtown. Coming up on 5 minutes to play in this first half. Bynum gets inside and he is hammered.
Well, Bynum running right to the front of the rim. That's Tex Winter, who's a big part of this architect of the offensive triangle, calls that a post lane sprinter. Your first big men down the floor, run right to front of that rim, look to seal. And we've seen that happen now with Gasol and Bynum. Early offense, and the Lakers are capitalizing.
Welcome back to Staples Center in Los Angeles with the Lakers up by 2. First of 2 meetings on the season between these 2 clubs. And the usual star-studded crowd here in LA, headed by Jack and Don Rickles on hand tonight. Along with Sylvester Stallone to our right. And another Laker regular, excellent actor Andy Garcia.
Marv, this game has been flying by. The pace of this game, one of the reasons there's been very few fouls. This is the 4th free throw attempt of the game for the Los Angeles Lakers. They're now 1 of 4, and Cleveland has not attempted a free throw at all. So this game has been back and forth, very little stoppage. It's been a great flow to the game as neither team really has gotten to the line.
Bynum a 68% free throw shooter. Able to hit 1 of 2. Kobe Bryant back on the floor. Sat out the first 7 minutes of this second quarter. Lakers up by 3. Pavlovich, who just returned, hits from downtown.
LeBron really likes the double team because when he sees it, he baits it, holds the ball, and they make the extra pass. More we call that hockey assist, that extra pass that leads to that open jump shot, and Pavlovich really shooting the ball well.
Good second effort by Bynum, and that'll put him back at the line. Foul committed by Varejao.
Look how strong he is. He baits the double team, and then the extra pass, Wally sees the rotation. Kobe rotated up to take away Gibson, so he just skips it across to Pavlovich. And Marv, if you're going to have a post game, or you're going to have a great player on the perimeter that's going to get double teamed, you have to have shooting. And that's one of the things Danny Ferry, a lot of the contributions that he's been able to go out and make with the changing of this roster is he's put shooters around LeBron. You get Delonte West, Daniel Gibson, Pavlovich, Wally Serbiak, Mo Williams, guys who can make shots. Now you're very hesitant to make those double teams.
And the Lakers are killing themselves at the line, the 2 of 7 at the free throw strike. Game tied at 41. Oh, James got it inside. Varejao blocked. Came right back, and then James puts it down. Will not count. Offensive interference.
Varejao had a point-blank shot. Looked like at the last minute. I don't know if that was Kobe came over. Somebody looked like they maybe got a piece of the first one, and then he missed a point-blank layup here. And LeBron, that ball is on the rim. That's an excellent call by Davy Jones, and that 2 points is wiped away.
Pau Gasol checks back in, so the Lakers now have Fisher, Odom, Bryant, Gasol, and Ariza on the floor. Lakers at 31-8, best record in the West, fourth best start in the history of this storied franchise. Here at home, they've won 20 of their 23 games. Bryant played by James. The rebound comes to Serbiak. Game tied at 41. Here's James for 3. The Lakers do not mind seeing LeBron taking that type of shot. Fisher from downtown. Rebounded by Gasol. The steal by LeBron. Kobe is back. James cut off and fouled by Ariza.
How would you like to try guard him in the open court? When he rebounds that ball or gets a long rebound and he's coming at you with his speed and power and quickness, when he puts his body on, look at him, he just rips the ball away from Pau Gasol. And now he is a runaway train in that open court. Ariza tries to reach in, and LeBron does a nice job of taking the contact and creating the foul. But you can see where he is here, fast break points. And I think our Craig Sager has more about Trevor Ariza. What do you got, Sags?
Quite a history between Trevor Ariza and LeBron James. They were in high school at the same time. Westchester High School here in L.A. for Ariza. Meanwhile, LeBron was at St. Vincent, St. Mary in Ohio. They actually had a big game in New Jersey at the primetime shootout. Ariza's uncle said, I don't know why this LeBron James gets all this publicity. My nephew, Trevor Ariza, is better than he is. LeBron took it to heart and put 52 on him.
Now there's an anecdote we have not heard. Odom was able to hit on the driving hook.
I've seen Sags. He has not set down the whole game. This guy is just a bundle of wisdom. You know, he's just waiting for us to go to him, Marv. That's all.
Craig going very deep into his notes for that one. Here is James. Yes.
He is so strong. You know, Marv, the game is so easy for him, and his fundamentals, his attention to detail have gotten so much better through the last 4 or 5 years.
Pau Gasol right back. LeBron is 4 of 10. He has 9 points. And Kobe, a very low-key first half. He did dislocate his ring finger early on. First couple of minutes, just 1 of 3, has 3 points. Foul is called on Fisher. And a timeout with just under 3 minutes to play in the half. And the Lakers and the Cavaliers tied up 45.
You look like you're gearing up all of a sudden.
Welcome back to Staples. We have LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, a primetime matchup in L.A. And speaking of stars in prime time, with me, Tom Cavanaugh and Eric McCormick. Stars of the upcoming series on TNT. Trust me, starting next Monday. And I know you're a big basketball fan. Marv talks about your ability. Always sees you at the celebrity game. Tell us about your matchup tonight and watching this one.
Well, I was saying to Eric, this is one of the thrills, like to be at this game, watching probably the 2 preeminent players of the game going at it. And the great thing is they're actually guarding each other partially sometimes. You know, you don't expect Kobe to be guarding LeBron to be guarding Kobe normally. I mean, they have to switch off occasionally, but watching the 2 of them go at it, it's amazing.
Vancouver and Toronto, how did 2 Canadians become such involved in basketball?
Well, I mean, the amazing thing is that we're starting on this show where I don't think any 2 Canadians have ever started on an American show before. It shows that we're taking over. We're taking over, people, like the pod people.
Well, the show sounds pretty good about an advertising agency in Chicago. A conflict, talks about personality conflicts, egos, and all. What makes the series so good?
What makes the series so good?
He does. Also, I think it's a new setting. You know, we've seen doctors, we've seen lawyers. This is really a cutthroat world. The advertising world is a dying world because of TiVo, because of the internet, and these are guys fighting for their livelihoods every day. to reinvent an old way of doing things. You know?
I've read the clips, I've seen the previews, and Marv, trust me, it's going to be another hit.
Well, you know, Doug, as they say, the buzz is red hot on Trust Me.
Anytime Seg says trust me, it makes me nervous.
Yes. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in this first half, Bryant, and he's been off. Cavaliers with the ball and lead by 3.
Mark, remember now, it was the Lakers who closed out the first quarter so strongly with those 3 forced turnovers and 8 straight points. Let's see how Cleveland does here at the end of the second period.
Gibson off balance. Bryant met by James. Nice pass. Odom lays it home.
That's where Odom is really moving without the ball, catching it, finishing, or isolating at the top of the floor, going left, looking for his shot.
Ariza looking for the steal. Cavaliers felt there was contact. Pavlovich has had the hot hand. Shot clock to 4. Gibson slipped it inside, and Wallace was fouled.
This will be Cleveland's first free throw attempt of the half, Marv. Their low of the season is 2 free throw attempts, so Ben Wallace will go to the line here, and actually a good foul by Derek Fisher. Ben Wallace, a guy who struggles at the line. You don't want him to give him a layup, so make him go to the line and make a couple free throws. Actually, Boston did the hack of Ben this year in one of their games, put him to the line, and he was 5 of 10 at the line, so Ben takes that personally.
45% on the season, just 20 of 44. Goes with a high arcing style to open things up. Let's check in with Ernie Johnson back in our Atlanta studio. All right, thank you, Ernie. And Wallace, once again, with that rainbow style at the line, hit the second after missing the first. Good play by James on the steal, putting moves on Bryant. Bryant cut him off. Final minute of this first half. Here is James. Went 1-on-2, he forced it.
And he created the contact. That's twice now. They have not given him that call.
And James thought, Bryant thought he was fouled. Here's James, and he is fouled. Look out. Whoa! Odom with the shove, and LeBron, showing his leaping ability, was able to avoid several fans.
Well, can you feel the energy and the passion in this game? Look at the bump here by Lamar Odom. He did not want to let him get one more dribble where he could take off and finish it. Look at this. He could. His new commercial, he's a football player, maybe in the Olympics. He could be a long jumper here, Marvin. He's got all things going for him.
Foul on Odom, his second. Lakers are over the foul limit. Just 46 seconds to play in this first half. So LeBron to the line for the first time. Cavaliers have improved at the free throw line dramatically from a year ago. James is 78% foul shooter.
You know, guy Chris Gent, who's one of the assistant coaches over at Cleveland, who really is getting a lot of credit for working with LeBron. He's developed a real trust, and those guys work every single day on their shooting, and that's what it's all about, repetition. And more importantly, LeBron really has paid attention. There's Chris Gent. Every shot the same way, perfecting it. And I think that attention to detail has really taken his game to another level.
Pass intended for Gasol. He thought that Wallace was tugging on his shorts.
They go for a quick 2-for-1 here, 35 seconds. It looks like maybe not. So they're going to make sure they get a good possession.
Lakers with a third straight turnover to give the ball back.
Like 3 straight turnovers for the Cleveland to finish the first quarter.
Shot clock is down to 6. Here's James. And he stepped out of bounds.
LeBron, everything right except the pass a little low. And Marv, one of the big things about being a good shooter is you want to receive a good pass. Normally, LeBron is an excellent passer. That time, a little careless. The pass was low, and Daniel Gibson or Mo Williams fumbled the pass, and the shot stepped out of bounds and didn't get a shot at the basket.
Phil Jackson able to get Sasha Vujacic back on the floor. A possible long-range shot comes on for Odom. Lakers play it out. Final seconds. Down by 3. Here's Bryant over James. With 1/10 of the second left. So that's the end of the first half. Kobe Bryant with only a second field goal. He has 5 points, but does have 6 assists. LeBron James 4 of 11 for 10 points. Sasha Pavlovich also with 10. And the high men for the Lakers, Andrew Bynum with 11. And Pau Gasol with 10. Halftime at Staples, Cavaliers 50. And the Lakers 49. Let's go to Craig with LeBron.
Well, LeBron, Kobe told us before the game, I want to guard LeBron. I want to accept this challenge. How do you approach the challenge tonight going against Kobe?
Well, two of the ultimate competitors want to guard each other. We know if we can contain each other, it's a possible chance that whoever contained the most can win the game. So we're both taking the challenge. Very good defender, very good team.
How much help are the Lakers giving Kobe? And you had a couple of turnovers there at the end of the first quarter that kind of hurt you guys.
Careless on my part. I try to make up for him and not be as careless as I was at the end of the first, but it's a lot of help out there for him.
All right, thanks a lot. Right now, LeBron in Cleveland with a 1-point lead. We'll take a break. We'll come back with a T-Mobile halftime report. EJ, Kenny, and C. Webb in our studios in Atlanta.
Talk to me! Talk to me! Screen coming, okay. That close on that tip. I waited. I know. I didn't get it. I was that close off.
All right, LeBron admits, yes, he was guilty of offensive interference. We're back at Staples in L.A. Marv Albert, Doug Collins, Craig Sager. Cleveland with a 50-49 lead on the Lakers. And Doug, looking back at this first half, Phil Jackson cannot be happy about his team committing 11 turnovers in the half.
Yeah, the first guy I always talk to at halftime is Derek Fisher. I said, what's going on? He said, Phil said we had a game's worth of turnovers in the first half, 11. We got to cut that back. And LeBron, keep him out of the middle of the floor. When they get him on the side of the floor, don't let him come back to the middle where he has so many options. Wally Szczerbiak, I talked to him, he said, turnovers only 6, but 13 points off turnovers. So that's when the Lakers look for those threes, and they got to do a better job defensive rebounding. 7 offensive rebounds for the Lakers.
All right, right here, let's take a look at tonight's Sonic Strader.
Well, Marv, this is, matching up with LeBron. Kobe gets over on LeBron. Now, remember, LeBron is not guarding Kobe, so I talked about cross-matching. Vlade Romanovich right here is the number 5 there. He's supposed to be guarding Sasha Pavlovich. Nobody guards him, knocks down the open 3. Pavlovich playing well. Remember, I talked about when you cross-match in the open court, you really have to talk. That time they got caught.
Now look at the halftime stats. The Cavaliers 47% from the field. Lakers at 48. They've hit 21 of 44, and the Cavs 21 of 45. Both teams struggling at the foul line. Points in the paint to the Lakers. Same for second chance points. Both teams hitting their threes. 6 for the Cavs and 5 for the Lakers. Let's go to Craig.
Well, Kobe Bryant's shooting hand a concern for the Lakers. We told you they dislocated the ring finger. Athletic trainer Gary Vitti retaped it at halftime. Kobe said it is swollen and very painful. As a precautionary measure, they will take x-rays tonight after the game.
Kobe is out on the floor. You saw LeBron James knock down that jumper. He now has 12 and a 3-point Cavalier lead. And Wallace knocked it away from Bryant, recovered by Fisher. And here's Bryant setting his feet for 3.
Great job by Mo Williams, though. Chased Kobe off that initial shot, made him hesitate and miss the jumper. Here's LeBron looking like really coming out to be offensive minded, taking the first 2 shots.
Fisher around Williams. Nice move.
I spoke to Derek Fisher at halftime. I said, Fisher going to wear your legs out. And he said, I cannot wait for Jordan Farmar to come back to give me a little rest. We talked about it in the first half, Marv. In the fourth quarter, he's been wearing down a little bit. We'll have to see if that happens tonight.
You saw Jordan there recovering from a tear of the left knee. Derek Fisher has now played 22 minutes. There's James, tough angle shot, and handled by Gasol.
Everything is a jump shot, though. Only 2 free throw attempts for LeBron tonight. He averages about 10 a game. Remember the last 2 games he's played the Lakers, he's gotten to the line 17 times on the average.
Bynum with a nice move. He's been very active tonight.
When he gets that ball that deep in the post, there's no way Cleveland can guard him because they can't double team him, and he's just too big for Varejao with those long arms.
Imagine LeBron and the Cavaliers settling for a high number of jump shots tonight. Not the case last Thursday in the game against the Bulls. The Bulls did a good job against LeBron. But at one point, he missed 13 consecutive shots and was strictly a jump shooter.
8 for 28 in that game.
Bryant getting inside, and that won't count. That's the 3rd offensive interference call of the night.
You see LeBron there guarding Kobe in that possession, so we'll see if that matchup stays true to form or if they just caught that time because there was a turnover on the play. I think LeBron would like to wait and maybe guard Kobe in the fourth quarter when the game is in the balance.
Williams with the step on Fisher, and that's a layup.
Well, the Lakers had their back turned there. Nobody saw the basketball. Fish thought he was going to have some help, and nobody there to protect him.
See Derek upset. The lob comes right back to Gasol. Here's Radmanovic for 3. Well, he has it going from downtown, and LeBron James comes up hobbling. Cavaliers turn it over. Fisher met by Williams. Bryant played by James. Got the step. And the ball knocked aside, although Kobe thought he was fouled. Pavlovich in the open floor. James passing on a 3. Pavlovich open for 3. Lakers up 56-54. Bryant went behind the back and scores.
Now, Kobe really grimacing the last couple of possessions with that hand. You can tell that's very sore. And, you know, Marvin, it is a dislocation. It was popped back. You hope there's no fracture or anything. That's when you have a problem. A dislocation is going to be sore, but you can put that thing back in and tape it up. With a fracture, you got a lot of problems.
Shot clock to 6. Pavlovich turned back. Bynum with the block. Oh, it's picked off by Pavlovich. He saw that pass coming.
Now they want to keep LeBron on the outside of the floor, not let him get back to the middle like that. When he does, it's trouble.
Foul on Gasol. That'll put James to the line.
Kobe, the behind-the-back move Marv had spoken about, and then goes in a lot of traffic and is able to finish, but you see him flexing that hand. I'm sure that thing is swelling and getting very stiff. That's his shooting's hand, and Marv, Craig Sager told us in the second quarter also that pinky finger on that hand was what he hurt last year, so both the ring finger and the pinky finger on that hand now, I'm sure, very sore.
LeBron James now 1 of 3 at the foul line. Correction on that last call. It's Bynum charged with the foul, not Gasol. Lakers lead it by 3. Cavaliers 31-7 coming into tonight. Best record in the NBA, best start in the history of the franchise, and the Lakers 31-8, best record in the Western Conference. One of the best starts in the history of the franchise. Here is Gasol. Gasol so effective with that move. goes to the running hook to finish it.
Is there a more skilled big guy? I'm not talking about power and strength, but it's skilled. When you just talk about a guy who can shoot the ball, put it on the floor, that time with his left hand, the left-handed finish.
Wallace dribbling past the basket after the setup. Shot clock to 2. Pavlovich. Bynum reaching for the rebound.
Lakers defense this third quarter is excellent.
Wallace jumps out to help on Bryant. Here's Kobe. Yes. The Lakers have opened up a 7-point lead.
Interestingly enough, Mike Brown this year has adopted a little bit of Phil Jackson's philosophy, letting his team play through these kind of moments rather than take a timeout. Let's see if they can find a field goal.
13-3 run for the Lakers. James challenged Biden, rebounded by Gasol.
Once again, LeBron James creating the contact, not getting that call today.
Bryant for 3. We are halfway through the third quarter. Marv Albert, Doug Collins, Craig Sager. James off the mark on that three-point attempt, but it's kept alive by Varejao. Nice pass from James. Pavlovich with the bucket.
Now Pavlovich playing well, and again, Marv will reiterate, they need him. He's a bigger defender. He's playing Kobe. He's done a nice job tonight. They haven't had to help a lot. He gives them good shooting, and when he's on, he can put points on the board.
Sasha with 12, coming off the season high the other night. He had 19 points. Fisher. Yes.
How good is Derek Fisher? This guy is so steady. 3 championships with his team. When he came back, he so stabilized that position, allowed Jordan Farmar to continue to grow. Derek Fisher just has been great for the Lakers.
Made his return last season following that brief stay with the Jazz. Shot clock down to 5. Pavlovich, nice play. Pavlovich to Varejao. The Laker lead is now 64-59. You talked about it earlier, Sasha Pavlovich last season with that contract holdout and injuries which set him back. Never really got into it. Gasol, both clubs hitting their shots.
See, Marv, the difference in the Laker big guys, especially Gasol, he can step out on the floor and knock the shot down. Zydrunas Ilgauskas can do that. But when Cleveland plays Varejao and Ben Wallace together, your concerns defensively are keeping them off the offensive boards. They're not going to be shot makers, and the spacing is just not there right now for Cleveland. Well, 4 minutes and 42 seconds to go here in this third period. The Lakers have pushed out to a 7-point lead, and LeBron James, I had the great ability to be this summer, the privilege to be in the Olympics and broadcast. And Marv, I learned so much about this young guy. His voice was the resonant voice of that team. The team that he was the back line of the defense, and he reminded me of one of my all-time favorite linebackers, Mike Singletary. He brought that kind of mentality, toughness, that voice, those eyes defensively. And I think a big part of his growth this year is defensively what he brought to that team. And we heard him a while ago, when we had him mic'd, and his voice and how he just talks to his team all the time. And I don't think people realize how much communication plays a role in defense. And LeBron this summer was the voice of that Olympic team that won the gold. And he's brought that same mentality back to his Cleveland team this year. It's one of the reasons why they're the best defensive team in the NBA.
And LeBron and his Cavs up here by 7 with 4.5 remaining in the third quarter. Lamar Odom, Sasha Vujacic back on the floor. Wally Szczerbiak has returned with Daniel Gibson. Gibson from the elbow for 3.
Now, he's a guy that's important to this team, like Vujacic off the bench for the Lakers. Daniel Gibson's a shot maker, and he's struggled with shoulder, with foot, with toe, and has not shot the ball well. And Marv, he's a guy who can light it up and light it up in a hurry.
And he has shown some signs recently coming back from that toe injury. Radmanovic missing out of 3. Good box out by Szczerbiak. Here comes Gibson. Led by Vujacic, playing him very physically.
He is a feisty defender, Vujacic. We call him a irritant in a kind way.
I was going to mention, you say that with affection.
Yeah, with affection.
Got caught to 3. Good job by Radmanovic, and it leads to the travel.
Picked up his pivot foot and stepped under it. So LeBron earlier in the year had pulled a move against Washington, made the basket, got called for traveling. It's his 4th turnover of the night, so a lot have been made about that move, and he called it his crab dribble. But the referees had no part of that. That time it's a walk.
Good job defensively by Varejao. Did not go for the series of fakes, but Gasol kept at it.
He can really shoot that mid-range shot.
He is 8 of 9, 16 points. Lakers up by 6. Serbiak with room. Rebounded by Odom. Bryant with a beautiful pass to Gasol.
He actually had Sasha Vujacic wide open in the corner there. I don't think Kobe saw him, but made a beautiful pass. And right now the difference in this game is Pau Gasol, 9 of 10, 18 points.
How about 9 assists for Kobe? Brown wanted a travel on James, the foul instead. Charged to Odom. Phil Jackson wants to talk it over. A timeout with 2.5 to go in this 3rd quarter. See off the double team. Bryant was able to extend and found Gasol. 70-62 Lakers. We'll be right back. Lakers now have their biggest lead of the night, up by 8 with 2:33 left in this 3rd quarter. Let's check out the best records in the NBA. You have the Cavaliers on top. In terms of percentage, they are in front of 33-8 Orlando, but the Magic actually a half game in front at this point. The Lakers 31-8, and the Celtics walloped the Suns earlier tonight. Game seen on TNT. 34-9.
Cleveland 11-1 against the West. They're on a 4-game Western trip. How about Orlando? Comes out west 4-0 on the trip and beat the 3 division leaders, San Antonio, Denver, and the Lakers. Very impressive trip.
Pavlovich with the feed for Varejao. And here come the Lakers. They have shot 10 of 15 from the field in this 3rd quarter. Varejao jumping out at Bryant. And here is Kobe going all the way.
Marv, points in the paint. Talk about who wins the paint is going to win the game tonight. Plus 18 points in the paint for the Lakers. They're finishing. They have 34 points. Cleveland 16. They are not getting it done in the paint tonight.
Bryant is back on James. And here's LeBron getting inside for the stuff.
That was emphatic.
And the crowd talking amongst themselves.
Woo. That was his first 2 points in the paint tonight.
Vujacic for 3. Oh, and he comes up hobbling. Sasha did not land well. It was kind of awkward on the follow-through. That's his 4th from downtown. Gibson shoots for 3. Rebounded by Gasol.
I think Vujacic got away with a little shot, a shove on the hip on that play as Gibson was starting to go up. Looked like Gibson took that a little personally, tried to make that a one-on-one battle. You want to do that right now.
Six on the 24. Bryant for 3. Punched out. Vujacic able to scoop it up. And it's picked off by Varejao.
That's a bad play. You got a new 24-second shot clock. No need to be in a hurry there, Marv. Get a good possession. You're up 11.
Nice look by James, and Varejao with the finish. He has 8 points. 75-66 Lakers. And we're down to 25 seconds to play here in the third.
They get a stop here. They get a chance for the last possession. Cleveland cutting into this lead possibly.
Vujicic from downtown. And now final seconds of the quarter. Here comes LeBron. What a pass. He whipped it to Pavlovich. Not able to hit the three.
That's a big miss right there, Marv. It's a 9-point game. That would have cut it to 6. The momentum would have been for Cleveland going in. So the Lakers dodge one there.
But the Lakers outscore the Cavaliers here in the third quarter, 26-16. And they lead by 9 as we head to the fourth here at Staples. Welcome back to Southern California at Staples in LA. The NBA on TNT being presented by the United States Marine Corps. And just moments ago, Craig Sager caught up with Laker head coach Phil Jackson.
Well, Coach, you outscored Cleveland 26-16 that third quarter. What was the key to holding Cleveland down defensively?
Got some turnovers, got some runouts from it. You know, we shot the ball a little bit better. They get to the foul line, they did a couple times. This is a game that's been pretty clean so far.
You more than doubled them in the points in the paint. Why are you so successful in getting the ball down low?
We have a size advantage. You know, without Ilgauskas, you know, and Wallace and Varejao, they're a little bit smaller than our big guys in there. We're going inside.
Thanks a lot.
Phil Jackson in his ninth season as head coach of the Lakers, a Hall of Famer. He's won 9 titles as a head coach, 6 with Michael Jordan and the Bulls, 3 with Shaq and Kobe and the Lakers. Player, member of the Knick team that won a title in 1973. Nice move by Odom to open up the fourth quarter.
Marv, I don't like that matchup with Lorenzen Wright trying to play Lamar Odom. That time he got caught. There's no way he can do that. So we have to keep our eye on this lineup right now for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hickson and Lorenzen Wright on the front line.
Mo Williams with the shot. Rebounded by Hickson, and he's fouled. It was hacked. Vujicic trying to slap it away.
You know, Mark, one of the things when you talk about great scorers, defensively, if you can keep a player to 1 point per shot, you've done a good job. And tonight, LeBron has taken 17 shots and has 15 points. Kobe has taken 13 shots and have 11 points. They haven't let him get to the free throw line. So both of those guys defensively have been down pretty much in check here tonight. Now, obviously, you still have the fourth quarter. Normally, Kobe would sit out at this time, but he's resting Derek Fisher. Phil Jackson's right now. He's played so many minutes, and now Kobe is playing through this stretch. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays itself out. But normally, Kobe gets a rest at this time in the game.
And Kobe grinding it out with that dislocated finger on his shooting hand. That taking place right at the start of the game. Lakers shot 12 of 19 from the field in the third quarter. Here is Bryant, quick three, and he's picked up the shooting. 6 for 14. He has 14 points, along with 9 assists. Bryant got picked off by Hickson. Here is James. That's a 2. He had a foot on the line.
But they made him take a fading jumper, Marv. They did not let him get into the middle of the lane. And that's one of the things Derek Fisher told me at halftime. Keep him on the outside of the floor and make him a jump shooter.
Here's Bryant. Got the step, but it was rejected. Nice play by Hickson. Williams for 3. Rebounded by James. Kept alive, and now a foul. Williams on the putback was hit from the angle.
LeBron James is down. Looks like he's holding his right elbow. LeBron James has gone to the basket a few times today, Mark. We've seen him. There's been contact. He's not gotten the fouls. Only 4 free throws tonight. Mike Brown taking a look at what's going on. But, you know, a few of the times tonight, LeBron has been the guy who's created the contact. That time it looked like there was contact on the shot right there from behind. And then he falls forward, and you see him go right down on that right elbow.
Foul on Odom is fourth. So the Lakers now lead it 80-71. Mo Williams making his first appearance at the line, one of the better free throw shooters in the league. We're early in the fourth. Marv Albert, Doug Collins, and Craig Sager from Staples in Los Angeles. First of two meetings on the season between these two clubs. That won't count. Defensive 3-second call. So a technical foul with Kobe Bryant to shoot the tee. Cavaliers have won the last 5 games against the Lakers, including the last 2 here at Staples. And for the most part, they've been close games, and LeBron James has had a number of huge performances against the Lakers. The last 2, 41 and 38 points.
And in the 41-point game, he had 14 in the fourth quarter, very close game, and he broke that game open. Kobe in that same game was 1 of 7 in the fourth quarter. Kobe does not forget, trust me.
Shot clock to 2. Here's Bryant.
Now, you can't play better defense than that. That's just brilliant offense. I mean, a fading jump shot that brought snow in L.A.
Lakers by 10. Nice ball movement. Serbiak for 3. And Bynum able to get to it.
Now, Bynum got the memo about rebounding. He had 1 defensive rebound the other night against Orlando, Dwight Howard.
Bryant, yes, and the foul.
There's a thing called toughness in this game. If you're going to be a star, you better have toughness to go with your talent. And both of these guys going at each other are brilliantly talented and tough. And Kobe, with that dislocated finger that was put back in on his ring finger on his shooting hand, coming to life here in this fourth quarter, Marv. I told you, the guy does not forget the last game they played against Cleveland. He was 1 of 7 in the fourth quarter. And that's not going to be a repeat here tonight, as the Lakers have pushed this to a 12-point lead. Kobe looking to make it 13, and he misses the free throw. That's 2 free throws in a row that he's missed.
That foul on LeBron James, his first, and the Cavaliers' first personal foul in this second half. Here's James. Oh, he got hit hard. Did not like that foul by Bynum.
Got up in his face, and that's you know, when you get a guy up in the face, I'd be upset too. Went right to the face on that play. Watch here as you see him right there with that left arm, went right to the chin. That's one of those plays that could easily be reviewed, Marv, when you go to a guy's head like that.
That's 4 on Bynum, and yeah, you can make an argument about a flagrant right there.
When you go to a guy's chin like that with an arm.
But as you say, they could take another look at the league office, and LeBron continues to have his problems at the line. A reminder: national coverage of the NBA continues Tuesday on NBA TV. It's Fan Night, and the Hawks take on the Bulls. Coverage starts 7 o'clock. Eastern time, and Friday on ESPN, it's the Mavericks and the Pistons. Coverage beginning 7 o'clock Eastern time.
How about Pau Gasol? He's sitting on the bench, and he noticed a little blood on the right hand of LeBron James. He went to the official, and he said, LeBron's bleeding. He has to come out of the game. So, I mean, he is now officiating while he's watching the game. LeBron's going over and take a little bit of a little time here to try to fix the cut there that's bleeding. A little blood rule in the NBA. So, athletic trainer from Cleveland.
That's Max Benton checking it out.
Yeah.
Let's go to Craig.
Well, Marv, you mentioned that Kobe had lost his last 5 matchups with LeBron James. He also has a history of injuries against Cleveland. Back in 2004, he sprained his right shoulder, tried to play left-handed in that game, finally had to come out, went on the disabled list. Then in 2005, he stepped on Ira Newble's foot, severely sprained his right ankle, again went on the injured list, and then today he dislocated his ring finger, continues to play, but we'll have x-rays after the game. So not only the losses, but also a history of injuries when he plays Cleveland.
All right, thanks, Craig. It's an 84-73 lead for the Lakers. 3 minutes gone by in this fourth quarter. The repairs were made. And the matchup continues with James on Bryant. This is Odom, played by Serbiak. Here's Vujacic with the driving hook, and he is fouled.
See what's happened now, though, Cleveland. They had Hickson and Lorenzen Wright out there together, and those guys just don't have the ability right now to play together against this Laker front line. So what has Mike Brown done? He has gone small, so LeBron now actually playing the 4 spot, and they've gone small. Let's see if they can make a push with their smaller lineup and use their speed.
Welcome back to Staples Center. The Lakers lead the Cavs by 11. The Lakers care about the community. Over the weekend, Lakers forward Vladimir Radmanovic visited young residents of a local home for displaced children. He spoke to them about his experiences growing up in war-torn Yugoslavia. Radmanovic's Children's Foundation has supported the home since 2006, providing school supplies, game tickets, and much more. The NBA, where caring happens.
Vladimir Radmanovic from Serbia, Montenegro, originally a first-round pick of Seattle, spent 4.5 years with the Sonics, on to the Clippers, and now the Lakers. He has had his ups and downs with Phil Jackson, although recently he's been very valuable because he's been hitting the three-point shot, and he is among the leaders in that department, about 45% from three-point range.
Well, Phil was really wrestling to start the year. Who do I put at that 3 spot? And he went with Vladimir Radmanovic because of his shooting, feeling he needed that shot out there to space the floor. Trevor Ariza, a better defender, so he goes to him in defensive situations. But that small forward position for the Lakers, you've got to be able to make shots.
Lakers have their biggest lead of the night. Pavlovic is open for 3. Way off. Now Bryant, played by Williams, shovels it out to Odom. Ariza just checked back in. Good play by Varejao to knock it aside. Bynum on the recovery, and he's fouled. Andrew Bynum very active tonight.
Well, his size, there's no way that the Cleveland can match up to that. You heard Phil Jackson talking to Craig Sager at the break about going into the paint, and Andrew Bynum so much bigger than any of the frontline players from Cleveland, especially with Zydrunas Ilgauskas being out of the game. So you really miss Z's size in a game like this, plus his ability to shoot the ball.
And both clubs having their difficulties at the line, and Lakers now 4 of 12 at the foul line. Well, TNT next Monday. Cable's #1 series returns bigger and better than ever. Kira Sedgwick is back as the closer. You can see an all-new episode next Monday at 9, followed by the series premiere of Trust Me right here on TNT. Reno drama. Mo Williams shot blocked by Sasha Vujacic. Just under 8 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. The Lakers by 14. Bryant looking to add to it, cannot. Back comes James. It's a 3-on-2. The play by Ariza forced the turnover. Ariza from Bryant. And that is assist number 10 for Kobe Bryant. Varejao, hard foul. So Varejao will go to the line. It's 5 on Bynum.
Well, I just spoke of Ariza being out there defensively. He reads the play here, gets in the nice lane there and knocks the ball loose from LeBron James, and then it's the first guy down the floor to get the dunk. This is what Ariza brings to this second unit, is energy and defense. And Mark, when the Lakers are healthy, you put Farmar out there with Vujacic, Trevor Ariza, and Lamar Odom, and one of the bigs, either Bynum or Gasol, and that is a very potent team as Varejao goes to the line and misses the free throw. Bynum has got 5 fouls, and Marv, I don't think he's wasted any of those. I think those have been 5 hard fouls today, which I think probably makes Phil Jackson pretty happy because he wants frontline toughness. He feels that's going to be the key to his team being able to win an NBA championship.
One of those hard fouls up high to the head on LeBron James. Bynum 14.6 rebounds, replaced by Pau Gasol. Bryant for 3. And Odom able to come away with it. Odom, Gasol, and Ariza up front. Bryant and Vujacic in the backcourt.
16 offensive rebounds now for Cleveland.
Oh, nice play by James. Took it right out of the hands. Off the dribble, took it away. Then James and LeBron got slapped by Ariza. No foul call. Leading to the fast break bucket. LeBron getting beaten up here tonight.
Yes, he is. Ariza that time reads his move again. Probably got away with a foul. Fast break points now, 13-1 for the Los Angeles Lakers. 2 strips in a row. This time it's LeBron picking the pocket of Kobe. He goes back the other way. Little headbutt action here. He and Ariza right there. Ariza reaches in, knocks it loose. A fast break the other way. Marv, I talked about easy points. It's when the Lakers win in the battle of easy points tonight. As a result, they're up 18 points.
We kept them off the line all game. Don't get this team on the line. Stupid foul. Stop the drive. Load them up, keep them back, shooting.
What I think Phil's talking about there is you don't want to stop the game, let them get back at the free throw line, and more importantly, get your defense back, force Cleveland to be jump shooters. So the 2 leading scorers for Cleveland tonight, Mo Williams and LeBron James, are combined 12 of 34. LeBron has 6 turnovers, and Mo Williams 3, so they have 9 turnovers and are 12 for 34. It's been the Laker defense tonight that has been the difference.
Lakers in the midst of an 11-1 run to jump in front by 18 points. Here's James. Oh, beautifully done on a scoop. 91-75. Lakers 20 points for LeBron.
Only 4 points in the paint. He had that spectacular left-hand dunk in that drive, so they've done a nice job keeping him out of the middle of the floor, pushed to the outside, and making him a jump shooter today.
Shot clock down to 6. Bryant with the step back. Oh, Williams with the rebound. Nicely done. As Varejao beat the Lakers down. So consecutive field goals here for the Cavs. The Lakers now lead 91-77.
That's only the 3rd fast break point of the game. They've gotten very few easy baskets.
Derek Fisher getting set to check back in. And a foul. Gasol going for that lead pass. Hit by Varejao.
See, Phil Jackson's countered with a smaller lineup. He likes to go small and put Lamar Odom in the place of Bynum in the 4th quarter. So he's got Lamar Odom guarding LeBron James now. LeBron just too big, quick, and strong. Gets right into the lane, and you see the great body balance and ability to kiss that ball off the glass.
Nice reaction for Vujacic as he sits down. He's hit 4 3-pointers. Gasol with a series of moves. Good job by Varejao. Cavaliers trying to put together a run. James with a long 3, way off. And it's handled by Ariza.
LeBron just never got in sync tonight. You got to credit the Laker defense. Kobe's done a nice job. He's had a lot of help. And more importantly, they've kept him off the foul line, Marv, and only given him 2 points in the paint. 2 baskets in the paint.
Fisher trying to twist his way. Here comes Williams. And a foul. Odom making contact with Hickson, so the rookie J.J. Hickson will head to the line. Reminder, national coverage of the NBA continues Tuesday on NBA TV. It's fan night as the Hawks take on the Bulls. And that starts at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And then Friday on ESPN, the Mavericks and the Pistons starting at the 7 o'clock Eastern time.
Marv, I'll be heading to Orlando. And great game. How about that? Boston, Orlando on Thursday night. Boston will play in Miami the night before. Boston just absolutely ran all over the top of Phoenix today.
Celtics now 34-9. They have the fourth best record in the NBA. Cleveland at 31-7 coming into tonight. Orlando 33-8, and the Lakers 31-8. Oh, Williams for three, and it's now a 9-point Laker lead. Moments ago, they were up by 18.
That's how quickly those games or those leads will change. You get a few defensive stops, you get to the foul line, knock a couple shots down.
9 unanswered for the Cavaliers. Odom, rebounded by Varejao. With lots of time remaining. Coming up on 3.5 to play. Here comes James. Try to bank it and then gets the tip. And Phil Jackson needs a timeout. It's a 7-point Laker lead. An 11-0 run the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
And the key is that all of a sudden, Cleveland is getting in the paint. Now LeBron has 3 baskets in the paint in this period. Getting inside. How about this second effort? Comes right back up. Just the strength to tip that ball in with his left hand. Marv, we got a game. 7 points to go.
Well, these two guys have played the entire second half. Two guys headed to the All-Star team once again. The starting lineups will be announced Thursday, 7 p.m. right here on TNT. And LeBron James and Kobe Bryant have each won 2 NBA All-Star Game MVP awards. Kobe won his first in 2002 in his hometown of Philadelphia, finishing with 31 points. And LeBron won the 2006 NBA All-Star MVP award in Houston as he put up 29 points. In Las Vegas, 2007, Kobe won his second MVP award. And last year in New Orleans, LeBron named the NBA All-Star MVP for the second time. You can catch this year's NBA All-Star Game from Phoenix on February the 15th, exclusively right here on TNT.
Oh, Cleveland on a 11-0 run here to start this fourth quarter. Marvin, interestingly enough, after not getting anything in the paint, 6 of those 11 points are in the paint, fighting to get inside. Let's see where the Lakers go to get a field goal here to stop this drought that they're on.
Odom's pass deflected. Last touch by the Cavaliers. So 10 on the shot clock. We have 3:18 remaining in this fourth quarter. And now the Lakers are clinging to that 7-point lead. Bryant, Fisher, Gasol, Odom, and Ariza on the floor. Fisher. That's a clutch shot.
How many times have we seen that? When the Lakers need a big basket, yes, it's been Kobe Bryant so often, but Derek Fisher throughout his career, big shots.
11 points for Fisher. There's James again to the rim, and he is fouled.
He's got one thing on his mind right now. I'm getting to the paint. I'm either going to score or I'm going to get a foul. And right now he's starting to get the benefit of some of those whistles he did not get earlier. And Phil Jackson, remember that soundbite we had, keep him off the free throw line.
Foul committed by Odom, his 5th. LeBron a 78% free throw shooter. 3 of 7 at the line here tonight.
And the one chink for the Lakers in their armor today has been their free throw shooting. They're only 5 of 13. (93-85) Lakers. They have won 20 of their 23 games here at home. They double up on Bryant. Gasol, beautifully done. That's a beautiful beautiful job that time. Kobe baited him into the trap, and they did a man flash right to the foul line. Lamar Odom playing a 2-on-1 out of that trap. Did a nice job to finish.
I thought we were in danger there. I bailed out.
I saw you. You didn't think a thing about your partner.
No.
But here's the trap. Watch this. Go right to the free throw line, and now you basically got a 2-on-1 break. That's a very, very nice play, reading the defense. That's set up through a scouting report. Same play again, once again. This time they're going to swing it out for a 3 for Fisher.
Not able to hit on the rainbow. Gasol gets to the rebound. What a night for Pau Gasol. 10 of 12 from the field. 20 points, and that was rebound number 12.
And 17 offensive rebounds for the Lakers.
Ariza for 3. Trevor Ariza from downtown, only a 29% shooter from beyond that three-point line.
Yeah, he's out there for defense. When he makes shots like that, that's great. Here's another turnover.
Oh, a hard foul by Pavlovich. He went up high. What do you think, Doug?
That's a flagrant. I don't know if it's going to be a 1 or a 2, but he went right to the head. And, you know, this has been going on a little bit. We saw earlier in the game when Bynum went to the head of LeBron James. That's a flagrant one, so it'll be 2 shots in possession. But tell you what, I don't like to see this, Marv. I mean, as a former player, when you get up in the air like that and a guy goes to your head, you lose all your balance. That's where you get flipped and you can fall and really hurt yourself. I just don't like to see those kind of plays.
So Ariza, who took the hit, shooting the 2. Trevor, originally a second-round pick of the Knicks, played for the Bruins of UCLA, spent time with the Knicks and the Magic, acquired by the Lakers last November in the deal for Brian Cook, Maurice Evans, and has been a valuable guy off the bench, as you mentioned, for the most part, for defensive purposes.
And Phil really would like for him to be a lockdown individual defender. That's the one area he'd like to see him get better.
Ariza with another 3. With just under a minute and a half remaining in this fourth quarter, the Lakers back up to an 18-point lead. 10 points for Ariza, all here in the fourth quarter. James not able to hit. Varejao is on it. And here's LeBron with the left hand, and it's put down. That will count, and the foul. Hickson on the follow, and he'll go to the line.
You know, Mark, when you go through your scouting reports, you know, you get tendencies with teams. And what's happened here with the Lakers, what they've done here over these last few possessions, they've put the ball in Kobe Bryant's hands, and they're trapping the screen roll, which means they're doubling it to get it out of his hands. And the Lakers are getting to open areas. That's what you do with your film session. Lamar Odom is either flashing or Gasol, and they're moving that ball around and either getting a layup, or you've seen 3s there by Trevor Ariza, 2 of them. So that's scouting preparation, and that's how you prepare to defeat a team like Cleveland, who's such a good defensive team. They're #1 in the league, allowing 89 points. Here the Lakers have 103.
Mike Brown empties his bench. Torrance Kinsey comes on, along with Jawad Williams, Darnell Jackson. LeBron James finishes with 23 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, shot only 9 of 25 from the field, and again a high turnover game. Pau Gasol, 11 of 13 from the field, 22 points. Jawad Williams, rookie out of North Carolina. Pavlovich, the only starter still on the floor. That will not count and hit the shot clock.
Marv, take a look at the keys here, what we talked about to start. Which style prevails? Lakers 53% field goal, 4 turnovers in the second half. They're now 18-1. Keep their opponents under 100 easy points, plus 14 in the paint. Century mark, you can see what happens when they hold their opponents under 100. And the closer, Kobe, 20 points, 12 assists. really not needed so much tonight for scoring in the fourth quarter, but he ran that screen roll, spread the defense out, got the ball to his teammates, and they knocked down big shots.
And this is Soon Yua, second-round draft pick back in 2007 out of China. He came on for Kobe Bryant. Crowd reacting when he checked in. It's only his 8th NBA game. They called him the Chinese Magic. Got the shot off, not able to hit, and that will do it. Kobe Bryant, playing through that dislocated ring finger, ends up 9 for 22, 20 points, 12 rebounds. Pau Gasol, the high man, with 22 and 12 rebounds. And LeBron James, as I mentioned, with 23 points, but only 9 for 25 from the field. All right, let's go to Craig with Kobe Bryant.
Well, Kobe is a 17-point win, but obviously it wasn't as easy as that score may indicate, particularly at the beginning. You jammed the finger, had it dislocated. How tough was it to play through it?
Man, that might have been the worst pain I ever played with. It was really painful, man, and I'm glad we got through this one.
Well, twice you've been told to have surgery on that hand. You both times said no. Now they're saying possible x-rays. How concerned are you there could be a major injury?
Nah, I'm not concerned. I played the second half with it. I'll play the rest of the season with it. It's just painful. So, my shot's going to struggle a little bit until I get used to it.
This is the first time in NBA history you've had 4 teams with 30 wins with less than 10 losses. 2 of the teams met here tonight. How big a game was it for you, and how do you get maybe pumped up to play against LeBron?
Well, I mean, it was a big game for us from the standpoint of we wanted to match their physicality. They're a physical team, and, they play hard, play tough. And, obviously that was one of our weaknesses coming into the season. That's something we needed to work on. So, from that standpoint, it was a good test for us.
Pau Gasol, 22 points tonight. Andrew Bynum, 5 tough fouls. How much tougher is this team this year?
Well, I mean, it's a work in progress. We're obviously playing harder. I think it was a concerted effort on our part just to get a little bit stronger physically. But Andrew's doing a good job plugging up the middle, and he's going to get a lot better.
All right, thanks a lot. Good luck with the x-rays, too.
Thank you.
All right, so the Lakers go to 32-8. They're in a stretch now playing 5 of 6 here at home. That's the best record in the West, 21-3 here at Staples. And the Cavaliers now 31-8. And they play next Wednesday night in Portland. That 5-game win streak by Cleveland over LA comes to a close as the Lakers finish with that 14-4 run to pull away for the victory. Thanks to our producer, Scott Cockerell, our director, Renardo Lowe, statistician, Paul Evans. Once again, the final score, the Lakers 105 and the Cavaliers 88. Coming up, it's Inside the NBA for Doug Collins and Craig Sager. I'm Marv Albert. TNT is the exclusive home of the 2009 NBA All-Star Game. We say good night from LA now to our studios in Atlanta and Ernie Johnson.